Good morning, my dear students. Once again, welcome to this YouTube channel. This is Khilesh Kumar, Assistant Professor in English, and this is your English Literature class. And in today's English Literature class, we will complete our remaining poem, The Dance of Eunuch, by Kamala. So in our previous video, we have discussed about the brief introduction to the poetess and about the poem. So Kamala, born in 1934 and died in 2009. And she is popularly known by her one-time pen name Madhvi Butti. She is considered India's poet laureate. She was a revolutionary writer. Her major works, Summer in Calcutta, The Descendants, The Old Playhouse, other poems, Stranger Times, etc. So these are some major works created by Kamala. So Kamala was one of the earliest women writers to take up sexuality in her writings. Her poetry is generally called confessional because it is a record of her personal experience, autobiographical note. Marriage, sex, love are the most striking aspect of her poetry. And in this poem, the poetess deals with the frustrated life of the eunuch, with the dull life of the eunuch. The Dance of Eunuch is one of the most remarkable poems of Kamala. The poem deals with tortured, corrupt, sterile and barren worlds through symbols and images. And the joyless life of eunuch reflects the poet's fractured personality. So, through this poem, we come to know about the fractured personality of the poetess. Their dancing is mechanical and painful. The dance of eunuch. And this poem has been taken from his volume of poems Summer in Calcutta, which was published in 1965. And this poem, The Dance of Eunuch, is the first poem in this volume. And eunuchs' voices are harsh and their songs are full of melancholy. The tone of the poem is like a feeling of the futility of love. So now, part second, the remaining part of the poem. So in the poem, eunuch means impotent, neutral. There is a third category of human being. So in the poem, eunuch has been regarded as a symbol of unproductiveness. Symbol of unproductiveness because eunuchs are unable to produce child, because eunuchs are not common people. They are very different from common human being, and they are unable to make sexual activity also, and their sexual organs are not in the position of working. So eunuch has been regarded as a symbol of unproductiveness. The poetess Kamala expresses that her experience has failed to satisfy her emotional demands. Her experience from her life the life she spent and the experience she got from her life. So the experience has failed to satisfy her emotional demands. The dance of eunuch is wild and it fills the air with gloom. When the group of eunuchs start to dance, so we see that the dance is wild and the dance fills the air with gloom. The crows in the trees, the children, the spectators, viewers, audience in the street are watching their dance. So when they dance, there was a crowd, group of people, children, spectators, even birds also watch their dance. Even nature does not sympathize with these poor creatures because of nature they are impotent, they are neutral, they are not common person. So nature does not sympathize with these poor creatures. Next, the poet mentions in the poem a scene. So here the poet describes about a scene in which it rains, in which it is raining and the rain causes bad smell, and after raining you see that in the streets we can easily feel bad smell, especially in India, and the eunuchs are singing their songs, and in these streets the eunuchs are singing their songs and they are dancing also. The songs are full of melancholy and gloom. Similarly, the life of poetess is full of melancholy and gloom because she didn't get any satisfaction from his personal life, from his life's experience. The eunuchs are beating their drums. They are beating their drums and breasts and mourning. So the eunuchs are singing, dancing, and also beating their drums, beating their breasts, and they are mourning. They are lamenting. They are expressing their sorrow, suffering, pain, so that they can earn something for their survival. They wear skirts, they wear jasmine in their hair and has green tattoos on their cheeks. Their skirts go round and round while dancing. When they dance, their skirts go round and round. And here the poetess describes the physical appearance, how they look. So they wear skirts, they wear jasmine in their hair, they always use some kind of tattoos, green tattoos on their cheeks. The poetess has created a gloomy atmosphere to portray the pathetic cries of the eunuchs. So the poet and the poetess Kamala Das has created a gloomy atmosphere in the poem, and through this gloomy atmosphere she makes a picture about the pathetic cries, about the sorrow and suffering of the eunuchs. Next, no other poet has mentioned about the life of eunuchs. No other poet has mentioned about the life of eunuchs so vividly as Kamala Das has mentioned in the poem. So Kamala Das has mentioned in this poem the life of eunuch so vividly and very heart-touching manner, and no other poet has mentioned about the life of the eunuchs as Kamala Das mentioned in her poetry, The Dance of Eunuch. There is an autobiographical touch in the poem, so we can easily see an autobiographical touch because through this poem the poetess wants to express her sorrow and suffering, her pain, her lacking of emotional touch in her personal life. So this poem is an autobiographical note. Kamala Das expresses the futility of her sexual experiences. So Kamala Das hasn't got a proper sexual experience in his life. She also suffered the lacking of sexual experience. So her sexual relationship was also not in a good position. So this is also a missing point in her life because she feels the futility of her sexual experiences and the tragedy of her married life. And Kamala Das also has faced tragic end of her married life. Her married life was not so fruitful. So Kamala Das expresses the futility of her sexual experiences and the tragedy of her married life. The whole poem is enveloped. The whole poem is enveloped. The whole poem is bound. The whole poem is surrounded by gloom and despondency. Gloom and despondency. Because the poetess takes the example of eunuch, and eunuch, the life of eunuchs is full of gloom and despondency. And through this poem, through the life of eunuchs, the poetess wants to convey a message of her futility of her sexual experiences and the tragedy of her married life. So no other poet has mentioned about the life of eunuchs so vividly as Kamala Das has mentioned in the poem. There is an autobiographical touch in the poem. Kamala Das alias Madhvi Kutti expresses the futility of her sexual experiences and the tragedy of her married life. The whole poem is enveloped in gloom and despondency. So this is the remaining part of the poem, The Dance of Eunuch, composed by Kamala Das. So my dear students, if you want to learn the main theme and the whole summary of the poem, you must watch both videos, the previous and this video. Okay, so thank you guys.